All this talk about a crash. One could say it's like a train wreck, one you can't take your eyes off of. And I always thought that was an interesting saying, since more than likely, if you could see the train's about to wreck, you're probably in its path. And the crash I'm referring to isn't a literal train wreck or even one involving vehicles. It's a real estate crash. Since 2017, I've heard people saying that they were leery of buying due to the impending crash. Well, there was no crash. Home values have stabilized. Yes, they dropped a little last summer through the end of 2022, but now we're moving back up. According to Andy Walden, the VP of Enterprise Research at Black Knight, just 5 months ago, prices were declining on a seasonally adjusted month-over-month basis in 92% of all major US markets. Fast forward to March, and the situation has done a literal 180, with prices now rising in 92% of markets from February. Look at the change in predictions for 2023. Fannie Mae, who predicted a 4.2% drop for 2023, now says it's only going to be 1.2%. That's not a crash. For a crash to happen, we need buyers to stop buying and inventory to stack up. We're still deep in a seller's market because there are not enough houses for the buyers. In other words, the supply isn't meeting the demand. One area that signals a crash is foreclosures. You'll hear that foreclosure filings are up, and that's true, but we're still not at the levels we saw before the pandemic. Look at the last 6 years on this chart. Now look at the last 18 years on this one. We're still lower than at any point before the pandemic. And yes, we'll see some additional adjustments in price. And we're heading into a recession if the government doesn't prop up the economy. We need a recession to get inflation low again. Will the market crash if we have a recession? I say no, unless those in charge try to keep the economy going while at the same time fighting inflation. But I say we won't have a crash. Rates will drop soon, and once we get into 2024, we'll see better rates and more buyers trying to find a house. And that'll keep prices up as well. And on that just write it out note, that's it for our show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on All the Right Moves with Jeff Moss.